Welcome back. It's kettlebell skills. I've been moving for the last like 4 or 5 days, so I've been in a special kind of hell. Haven't really given a fuck about kettlebells, but let's get the show on the road. I'm excited to be here. I hope you're excited to be here. Once again, I did not save my live video, but that's okay because I was kind of grouchy and a little out of it when I shot it. So now I can actually, do a good job or something. Either way, I still bathed. This is nice. So I still have a reason to show up. Hopefully you've been doing the videos. If you haven't been, what the fuck is your problem? Go and do them. They're free. They're there. I'm delightful. I talk shit. Today we're going to be doing the single arm swing. I did say that we were going to be doing the clean, and then after giving it some thought, I decided we're going to wait on that because most people really struggle with learning the clean in particular. And I think that a lot of that is because we don't spend enough time learning the single arm swing. I just try to graduate. I use it as like a bridge to get to the clean, but the better you are at single arm swinging and double swings, two bell swings, the better you will be at cleaning. So I'd really love you guys to hammer this skill in the next few days, and then Friday we will start touching on excuse me, the clean. So before we do that though, I want to teach you guys a really good warm-up. So if you've been sitting all day, you haven't really moved much, coming over to your kettlebells and starting just swinging isn't the best strategy. I did tweak my back moving this weekend, which was just icing on the cake. I don't typically have back problems, but this has been a little more persistent than any other back pain I've had in the past. I live on the 3rd floor with no elevator, so I guess that is how it happens. But I want you guys to see that that doesn't mean that I can't work out. That doesn't mean that I need to baby myself. It means that I need to be really mindful. And for me, that also means that I need to spend some extra time warming up and connecting with my body, just to kind of check in, see which movements cause sensation, which don't. Because a big part of coming back from any kind of injury is teaching your body to not freak out whenever you approach a movement that it feels vulnerable in, your body feels vulnerable in, or your nervous system. One way that people become afraid of moving is that they hurt their back doing something, and then they're so freaked out about hurting themselves again that they just avoid moving entirely, which is not a good strategy. You should really just learn how to move better to protect yourself from unforeseen injuries or pain or whatever, right? Moving is a huge one. Moving sucks so much dick, you guys. And I'm fit and I'm strong, but I'm also 36 and my stress levels are through the fucking roof. So it was a recipe for hurting myself. That's neither here nor there. Let's do the quick warm-up shit. You can skip over it if you don't give a shit about it, and then call me in 6 months when you hurt yourself. So I just start with neck movements, and I do each of these about 5 times. I'm just gonna kind of skip through ear to shoulder. Ooh, the neck is tight, and then circle the head again. I want you to do 5, but I'm just gonna zoom through it so you guys see what I'm doing. And then you bring your head to center, roll your shoulders, big circles, switch directions, big circles, and then Egyptians. So you have one palm up, one palm down, reach the palm that's up, look over that hand, switch arms. So you're just kind of twisting the arm in the shoulder girdle, and then S's. And this isn't about trying to see how far you can go or arching your back. This is really just about checking in with yourself. Definitely external rotation is tight on me with both sides, but especially this arm. But I'm not trying to go as far as I can. You see how that made me compensate? I'm really just checking in, and also just kind of getting my body familiar with that particular movement. And then interlace your fingers, roll your wrists in one direction, and switch directions. Shake it out. Hands on your hips. Again, you can do 5 in each direction. Make sure that you keep your abs tight here, your navel to your spine. Switch directions, and that really goes without saying for all of them. So far my back feels good. I'm not really feeling much there. Bend your knees, hands on your thighs, roll the knees in one direction. Again, go for 5, switch directions, and then straighten and bend, straighten and bend. Ooh, tight, and then you'll roll up. Place all your feet on your left foot, or all your weight onto your left foot, and point and flex. Again, you'll do 5, circle the ankle, big circles, and you'll bend that knee, circle the hip, switch directions, remember to do 5, and then hold on to something for balance and make sure that you're not gonna kick the coffee table or something. I'm pretty sure that'll ruin your day. So 5 in each direction and then side to side. So it is my left side that I hurt, and so far everything seems to check out. Just kind of shake it out as I go. And then opposite side, put all my weight onto my right foot, point and flex. Circle the ankle. Again, I'm just racing through it. 5 is your magic number. Bend the knee. So this is good. Since this is probably the second time I've shot this video, now my back feels a lot better. Like I was saying, warming up should make your body feel better, or moving. So I want to make sure, really want to make sure I'm not going to kick that table. So this is what hurts, extending on that left side. But if I engage my glute, that feels better. I know this stuff is never fun to learn, but if you're anything like me and you rely heavily on moving for your mental health, then you definitely want to protect your body from pain when at all possible. Okay, so then from there you're going to do some hard style planks. We are going to be doing a lot of swings, so I want you up on your hands today. So fan your fingers out, rotate your elbow pits forward. I'm like fluorescent. Hopefully you guys can see me. And then you extend. You see me a little too well. Both legs behind you. Squeeze your quads, squeeze your glutes, hug your armpits in. Think about trying to pull your toes and hands together like you're trying to wrinkle the mat, and push the floor away so you're protracting your shoulders. And then you'll do some hard style breaths for 10. I'm just gonna cut it there, but that's what I want you guys to do. My warm up for barbell workouts is usually different. If I'm working out first thing in the morning though, I do include that flow. I just find that it makes my body feel a lot better, especially if I'm feeling stiff, or like now, with my back being achy, it gives me an opportunity to check through, see which movements aggravate or make my body give me some kind of sensation that maybe I don't want, or in the place that's been hurting. That's basically what you're looking for. From there, I do 2 sets of 10 goblet squats and swings. So I do these even if I am doing a barbell workout. My gym just announced that we're gonna start opening again week after next, which seems insane, but I'm gonna start doing these live stream things with barbells. So if there is a particular movement that you want me to cover, obviously I'm gonna do the squat, bench, and deadlift, but if you have specific questions with any of those, this would be a really good time to drop me a DM and let me know what those are. Unless it's stupid, then I'll just block you. So pull up to your chest. I'm just kidding, I would never do that. Never. All right, so make sure that your abs are pulled in tight, the bell's out in front of you a little bit, elbows pointed forward, come down into your squat. So remember, you do 10 of those, and then you'll do 10 swings. So remember, you set up, take a step back from your bell. I'm really intimidated by that fucking coffee table. Hinge your hips back, hold on to the handle. I did wear a good shirt for you guys today. Whoop. Remember the cue, let me look down your shirt, means that your chest is visible. So if I was like this, I know my hair is kind of complicating things, but if I was like this, you guys wouldn't be able to see that, and that would set me up for moving with my back. But if I get into a hinge, whoop, there you go, drag the bell, hike, and pop up. So remember, your arms come up just to chest height. You see the bottom of the bell, elbows are straight. Bell comes up high between my legs. Squeeze my butt, my abs, my quads, and then when I come down, the bell comes back down where I left off. So that is a nice segue to get into the single arm swing. The single arm swing is a two-handed swing with one hand. I know, that sounds pretty obvious, but the way that people fuck up the single arm swing is they normally, or there's a lot of different things I see, but probably the most common thing I see is rotating like that, right? Or sometimes laterally flexing like this, or really turning it into an arm movement completely, like lifting up at the shoulder like this, hiking it up. Remember, you always want your neck to be visible at the top of your swing, okay? So you have to see it as, whereas this is your two-handed swing, a one-arm swing is exactly like this. So I use my free arm as a guide. I just let it track the bell so that I'm making sure to keep my body as square as possible. That's a really important habit to get into, especially with a clean, because the most common error I see with the clean is like the Elvis, which is 100% the opposite of what we're going for with the clean. So this is a really good opportunity for you to practice. So the other thing that I've noticed, or the other thing that will come in handy, especially for smaller like me, I'm only 5'5", 168 centimeters, so I'm not very tall. And I have to get my legs really wide, especially if I'm doing doubles with heavy bells. So one way that you can go around that is to turn the bell in. So I always turn the bell in when I have one hand on the handle. You see too that makes me kind of flex my arm. It gets me to engage my pec and my lat better, so that I'm better packed, and which is going to also help me prevent from shrugging my shoulder up. So here's my two-handed bell set up, right? Whoop. Turn or release one hand. Make sure you don't do this. It's another really common error. Turn the bell in, drag it, hike, and pop up. So as you can see, bottom of the bell, and then you can work on switching arms. I live on the 3rd floor, as I mentioned. I feel confident doing that. If you don't, maybe don't do that just yet. So you work out, practice that warm up, get good at it, and I'd love you to do it before you do any of the kettlebell workouts at all. And just see how much different you feel, because it should actually improve performance. You should probably feel a lot stronger versus if you were to just get up from your computer and start swinging a bell around. Also make sure to do those 2 sets of 10 goblet squats and kettlebell swings. Your workout, single arm swing, 10 and 10, 10 on the right, 10 on the left, followed by bent rows, right, that we went over. If that doesn't sound familiar to you, head on over to IGTV. You do 10 on each side, and then 10 push-ups. So if push-ups are difficult for you, I would prefer that you elevated your chest versus went to your knees. Because the biggest issue people have with the push-up is actually they don't keep their core engaged, and that goes for men too. So if you're hammocking your back, if your abdomen is sticking out at the bottom and you're not keeping that plank position, then that's really the place to start anyway. Once you're ready to start incorporating the arms into it, you just want to make sure that you're able to keep that plank position throughout. I would show you on that coffee table, but it's got wheels and I'm just like not going to gamble with that right now. So you're going to do 5 sets of that. 5 sets, single arm swing, 10 per side, watch your form, and then 10 per side of the bent row, single arm bent row, and then 10 push-ups. So a lot of upper body heavy stuff today, but you know what? That's really the area where a lot of people need work. If you have questions, hit me up, send me DMs, send me a video. I'm happy to look at them and tell you what you need to work on. This coming Friday, we are going to learn the clean, so I hope that you have given the single arm swing the attention it deserves. I'm out. I'll see you guys on Friday.